episode. So this will be the third episode for today, so I can say I made up for the days that I missed. Actually, I just got a comment from Gary about 10 minutes ago, and he wanted me to kind of go over solo arrangements, I guess, like playing the chord with a melody. I haven't gone back to the episode to check it out, but I do know that I mentioned sometimes you use your thumb. And sometimes I use my index finger and go up. Okay, so I think he just kind of wanted me to spend more time on that subject. Which I will do. Okay, so on the board, I have the melody notes to the theme song that you hear all the time. Oops. Okay, so the notes are up here. Now, if you play the high E, the high G, F, E, D, C, you're gonna notice that I put E8 over here. And what I'm telling you is I want you to use the E string space number 8, which is here. This is also a C, a high C. So it should sound like this. E, G, F, E, D, and C. I'm gonna use this one right here. Okay? And then if there's nothing here, then just use the notes that we've learned. High D, high F, high E, D, C, high C, E, D, C, B, and look over here, another A, E string space number 5. Okay, so that would sound like this. C, E, D, C, B, A. So I'm using this one, okay? E string space number 5, and then high C, rest, B, rest, okay? So that's the melody notes, so you guys can take your time and work on that. Okay, the chords here, the chords are pretty simple. It's C, da, F, da, 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 G, da, C, da, 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 A, da, D7, and G7, sus, G. Actually, sorry, this is a D. Okay, so let me run through that one more time. C, and F, da, 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 G, and C, da, 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 A minor, da, E, da, 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 G7, sus, and G. Okay, but because the melody is mostly up here, we have to use a different C chord. So I'm going to use this as my C chord. So hopefully you remember how to read a chord chart. Finger number 1, 2, and 3. But this is on space number 7. So that would sound like this. Okay. Bar, so you see 1 with the underline, that means bar, space number 5. And then put finger number 4 there. That's your F chord. Okay. Over here on space number 5. Oh, I forgot to write. I guess you can go finger number 1, number 2, number 3. That's fine. And that's your G chord right here. Okay. C chord. This is a little tricky. Finger number 1 is on the E string, space number 3. And actually, finger number 4 is over here, but this is the 7th space. So if you notice, a basic chord chart only has 4 spaces. So actually the 4 would have been here. Okay, but instead I just wrote it here and the 7th space. So it should sound like this. Okay, A minor. Oh, am I in the way? Okay, just like this on space number 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, your D on space number 2. G7 sus is almost like G7, but finger number 3 comes out here, like this, and then G7. Okay, so instead of your regular C and F, G and C and A minor, D and G7 sus, G7, we're going to use these chords. C and F, G and C, A minor, and D, take a while for you to get comfortable with these chords, but this is step number 1. After that, we're going to go to we're going to go to the chord, which is here, and we're just going to add the notes. What's the next chord? F. The next chord, G. Next chord, C. Next chord, A minor. Next chord, D. And then G7 sus and G7. Again. Okay, but we'll work on that together. I'll probably go over the actual arrangement tomorrow, okay? And then also, I just want you to get comfortable putting it together, because later, instead of using our thumb, we can also use an index finger. Talk about the difference between, because there really is no right or wrong, you know, for like, oh, this song you have to use your index finger, this song you have to use your thumb. If I'm going to play it slowly, I would prefer to use my thumb. And the reason is, I feel like I can get a nicer, warmer sound. Okay, but if it's faster, the thumb it takes a little too long to go down the strings. So I might prefer to play You see how much faster I can go through the melody? And the reason is, the chord with your thumb, the sound is just too long. It's a long sound versus dun, 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 dun. Okay, so dun, 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 dun. You see how long those downs are? So okay, so the ups are so much faster, yeah? Up, 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 up. Down, 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 down. Up, 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 up. Okay, so that's the biggest difference. I think by what I'm saying, you can kind of understand that, but as you experiment with it, you'll start to feel it. Like, you know, trying to rush a chord down, 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 down. It kind of sounds a little sloppy, I think. So if I need a quick sound, try to force a down, down, down. I prefer a versus down, 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 down. Okay, so hopefully you can kind of hear the difference, and I will go over this actual song. We'll learn it together, okay? But I don't want to go over the song until you guys get a little more comfortable with the chords and get comfortable with the notes, okay? So just remember, I'm sorry, use the C, because when we do the solo arrangement, when we learn the solo arrangement, you're going to be using this C and this A. So that's why I want you to get comfortable with it. Okay, and I'll go over it one more time with my thumb. The D, G7 sus, and G7. Okay, and you know what I'll do also? I will write the chords down. So this C goes C, da, this F comes in over here, F, E, D, C, G chord, D, F, back to C, E, D, C, G, A minor, C, E, D, D, C, B, A, and then G7 sus, G7 sus, and G7, oh, G7 sus, and G7. Okay, so if you want to try to go ahead and figure out the solo arrangement on your own, if you remember falling slowly, this is all I had to do was circle the chord changes. So hopefully you remember the chording technique, pick, chording technique, pick, 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 chording technique, pick, chording technique, pick, 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 chording technique, pick, chording technique, pick, 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 chording technique, rest, chording technique, rest. And in case you forgot, over the rest, you can just strum the chord. Okay, and it just so happens in this example, if you strum the chord, you're actually playing a G7 sus, which is the same thing. And a G7 with the B is the same thing. Okay, so one more time, so I'll play it like this. Here we go. I'll go slowly for you. G chord, C chord, A minor, D chord, G7 sus, rest, G7 rest. Okay, one more time. Okay, so don't worry if you cannot do it or not. So actually the reason why I want to give you time to practice this is because the point that I want to make is actually it's more about whether to use thumb or pointer. So I want you to get more familiar with this because the point is not to just play a song. So before I actually go into how to use your index finger, how to use your thumb, I want you to be more comfortable with your left hand. Okay, so if I'm not mistaken, I think I just realized I forgot to cut this lesson in 2 halves. So, figure something out. All right, good luck. All right, good luck again. All right, see you tomorrow.